Candidates for city council and mayor in Gordon had a chance to sound off to voters at a forum Monday night. Justin McDuffie tells us one person many wanted to hear from, however, was a no-show.
Dozens filled the City Hall Annex in Gordon to hear from possible future leaders. Conrad Etheridge was one of them.
You heard some of the candidates saying they had some ideas of where they can make things go better.
Candidates fielded questions from voters about a variety of topics, from the water system to the budget.
The city has overspent the budget by approximately 30% each year, 4 years consecutively, without addressing the issues of revenue or expenditures. Some of it may be that managing the budget is difficult. The mayor is, by charter, responsible for the budget and managing the budget.
That's Kenneth Turner. He's running against the current mayor, Whipple-Lue. One of his top priorities is bringing the community back together.
It's been known throughout the area as a town that gets along. It does not have race issues or class issues or other issues. It's been well known for that.
He says that's changed since the last election in 2013. He attributes that to Whipple-Lue's tenure as mayor. She chose not to attend Monday night's forum.
The city is not in a good shape financially, not in a good shape from a morale standpoint and from other issues, and I just wonder if she's just afraid to address those issues.
But Etheridge was hoping to hear from Mayor Whipple-Lue, but he says her being a no-show speaks volumes.
She got no interest in the people in general, and apparently just takes everything for granted. And she thinks she has her constituents who elect her, and she's not worried about anybody else.
I went to Whipple-Lue's house after the forum to give her a chance to respond. It appeared that no one was home, so I gave her a call.
I'm sorry.
She didn't answer. In Gordon, Justin McDuffie, 13 WMAZ Eyewitness News.
Mayor Whipple-Lue has ignored multiple requests from 13 WMAZ for an interview during this campaign season.
This is the Get To Free Press, and I'm George Boston Rhines, and I'm in Valdosta, Georgia. And I just watched Channel 13 TV station, and I found some very untruthful facts from that TV station. They were disgraceful. It was an outright lie, and I am saddened that a TV station would do that at the time of an election. It only proves what I've been saying to the governor, to the Attorney General Sam Olens, to the Secretary of State Brian P. Kemp, that there is major problems here in the state of Georgia. Now, after watching the TV station, I have Mary Ann Whipple-Lue, the mayor of Gordon, the first female mayor of that little town, the first black female mayor, and the first black mayor ever. And from the time that she took office, she's been under attack, wherein Turner said she had a responsibility to account for the budget and the finances of that city. I have visited Gordon many times, and I know the rest of the story, and I have documented the rest of the story. And we know who stood in the way of her getting that forensic audit. We know who stood against the late finance chair, Terry Reese, who said he did not trust Attorney Boone, who said there was a need for a forensic audit to get a handle on the finances of Gordon, because a city of Gordon with less than 3,000 people should not have 19 banking accounts. He said he did not know how much money was in the accounts, and he demanded that the crooks be behind bars. He said that to me and others, that I want to see those crooks in jail. Now, as far as former Mayor Turner speaking about no racism, no race problems in the city of Gordon, well, I will not address that, but I will say to WMAZ, where have you been, TV station? I have it all documented, and I am willing to stand before any news media from Atlanta to the Florida line to refute everything that is said in that video.
Candidates for city council and mayor in Gordon had a chance to sound off to voters at a forum Monday night. Justin McDuffie tells us one person many wanted to hear from, however, was a no-show.
Dozens filled the City Hall Annex in Gordon to hear from possible future leaders. Conrad Etheridge was one of them.
You heard some of the candidates saying they had some ideas of where they can make things go better.
Candidates fielded questions from voters about a variety of topics, from the water system to the budget.
The city has overspent the budget by approximately 30% each year, 4 years consecutively, without addressing the issues of revenue or expenditures. Some of it may be that the managing the budget is difficult. The mayor is, by charter, responsible for the budget and managing the budget.
That's Kenneth Turner. He's running against the current mayor, Whipple-Lue. One of his top priorities is bringing the community back together.
It's been known throughout the area as a town that gets along. It does not have race issues or class issues or other issues. It's been well known for that.
He says that's changed since the last election in 2013. He attributes that to Whipple-Lue's tenure as mayor. She chose not to attend Monday night's forum.
The city is not in a good shape financially, not in a good shape from a morale standpoint and from other issues. And I just wonder if she's just afraid to address those issues.
But Etheridge was hoping to hear from Mayor Whipple-Lue. But he says her being a no-show speaks volumes.
She's got no interest in the people in general, and apparently just takes everything for granted. And she thinks she has her constituents who elect her, and she's not worried about anybody else.
I went to Whipple-Lue's house after the forum to give her a chance to respond. It appeared that no one was home, so I gave her a call.
I'm sorry.
She didn't answer. In Gordon, Justin McDuffie, 13 WMAZ Eyewitness News.
Mayor Whipple-Lue has ignored multiple requests from 13 WMAZ for an interview during this campaign season.
Yeah, there are days I don't have that I don't have the best days. When I'm not having a good day, I don't even dress up. I stay around the house. The chief is running those payroll checks out there. I got no problem signing payroll checks. I said, the only thing is, if you bring my hand outside, bring me a check off list. Don't just bring a bunch of checks and say sign these. I want to check the list to see who's getting what. A lot of times people come down and sign a check. And the problem we've been having for years, is not accountability, is that so many of us are asked to sign a check by the clerk, and when you sign the check, everything is blocked but when you're supposed to sign it. Now we don't do that. But the initial check, who did not tell you a amount, you just see where you put your name. I won't go into that.
Don't hit me again, Miss Linda. Don't hit me again. You nasty self.
Yeah. Dorita, what is your understanding? You're asking yourself, and that's what you said. And Mr. Smallwood, what did you think it was?
Well, Terry said.
Well, that's the case, then, but that's not the way I understood it. So,
You didn't ask the right people. There you go again. If you had asked the right people rather than be selective in who you talked to, you might have got the right answer. The first one was the attorney status. I make a motion that Scotty Boone and his associate be recognized as the city attorney from this point on.
His associates.
Yes, ma'am.
He's the city attorney. How can he
His
say-
law firm, Scotty Boone and his associates.
So the council is hiring him and his associates. I'm just trying to get clarity. I don't need it from the audience, Ms. Bailey. As
That's
a
not what he
journalist.
said. He said to recognize them.
Excuse me.
Look, I sat here and been quiet, graded in public, at the mayor's approval.
we're good. Come on.
I don't have to leave the meeting. If you then you'll have to arrest me. Get pictures. Come on, take it to jail, book me. Right now.
We'll bond you.
What I'm trying to clear, understand what's going again, council.
Yes, ma'am.
I want to address Mayor, can I say one more thing? I want to address the fact, and I'm not ashamed to address the gap that's in front of us while we've been getting this. On my personal level, I don't trust this. That's me. I'm speaking for me. Because when I get a lawsuit for this city and my name in there, and Mr. Boone said I talked to him, blah, 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 and he only presented one side, I got a side too. Now, I know what transpired with some conversations we had. I'm speaking on my side. I cannot work with people I don't trust. In 19 years, I have never called to ask any legal advice, Mr. Boone. Now we get these calls, we call to get legal advice. Everything we say to get the information to move the city forward, it's thrown against us. It's open meeting violation. You shouldn't have done this. You harassed her. I have not harassed anybody. That's not my name. And I don't appreciate reading in a lawsuit, you harass somebody. Why not get my side before you do the lawsuit? You was an attorney that represents the city, not half of it. And I don't appreciate that. That's my standard, that I cannot work with people that I cannot trust.
Thank you, council. Streets, Council Whipple.
It's been known throughout the area as a town that gets along, that does not have race issues or class issues or other issues. It's been well known for that.
Candidates for city council and mayor in Gordon had a chance to sound off to voters at a forum Monday night. Justin McDuffie tells us one person many wanted to hear from, however, was a no-show.
Dozens filled the City Hall Annex in Gordon to hear from possible future leaders. Conrad Etheridge was one of them.
You heard some of the candidates.
Wait a minute. I'm George Boston Ryan with the Get To Free Press in Valdosta, Georgia. This is a total disgrace on behalf of a news media network, WMAZ. This is a disgrace, to say the least. This individual have fought Mary Ann Whipple-Lue from the day she took office. WMAZ is a part of the problem along with the Wilkerson County Post with Judy Bailey, the editor, who the Gordon Coalition awarded $45,000 for disrupting a public meeting or saying that the mayor did something wrong. All this have been recorded on video and is posted on G.B.R. YouTube channel. Mr. Turner was the mayor, I understand, and he knows that the city of Gordon has never had a forensic audit. This is a total unaccepted news reporting by WMAZ.
Saying they had some ideas of where they can make things go better.
Candidates fielded questions from voters.
This man, too, all you have to do is to Google Gordon City Government, and you will see that this individual is another person that has attacked Mayor Mary Ann Whipple-Lue from day one. And it's all been documented, but not by WMAZ and other local television, radio, and newspapers in the Middle District of Georgia, and the truth must be told. Again, Google Gordon Mayor Mary Ann Whipple-Lue, my playlist, and see what they put this mayor through, how they have taken her to court, how they have lied on her, and the news media never created confidence that this mayor would come for an interview because it was all one-sided. Listen.
Voters about a variety of topics from the
This is the mayor pro tem. And all you have to do is to watch the videos concerning Mayor Ann Whipple-Lue on Boston G.B.R. and see how Terry Eady blocked, along with the Gordon Coalition, every request for an audit and to account for the taxpayers' dollars in Gordon government. The late finance chair, Terry Reese, said he wanted to see all those crooks behind bars. This is a quote from him, not me. It's documented through videos. It's on the channel for everybody to see. And I cannot understand how Mr. Turner, running for mayor, I can't understand why he would do this when he should be fully aware of what is going on with this system, this pattern. We even have, it's just unbelievable what WMAZ has done here. I'm willing to sit down in front of their cameras throughout the state of Georgia with Atlanta Journal and Constitution, WMAZ, any major Atlanta television station, CNN, and let's weigh the facts as has been recorded. It is indeed a disgrace what they're doing here, and I do believe that the Secretary of State, Brian P. Kemp, and the Attorney General, Sam Olens, need to be contacted about this because it's a direct impact, could be a direct impact on this election, and it's not fair, it's not ethical, and it needs to be investigated.
Water system to the budget.
The city has overspent the budget by approximately 30% each year.
Now, he say that the budget had been overspent for the last 4 years. Well, I'm not going to say anything about that. I wish that I had more time to go to Gordon and let Mayor Ann Whipple-Lue talk in front of this camera. She will not talk in front of the other camera because they are so biased and have been since she took office. She don't trust them. That's why I went there to assist her. And by the way, I'm also investigating 18 to 35 other cities and counties in the state of Georgia where newly elected black mayors and commissioners are under attack from this pattern and practice throughout the state of Georgia. And I've been calling for an investigation. I've been asking for the Associated Press in the state of Georgia to do what is right for all American citizens. But it all fell on deaf ears. Let's go further.
4 years consecutively without addressing the issues of revenue or expenditures. Some of it may be that the managing the budget is difficult. The mayor is by charter responsible for the budget and managing the budget.
That's Kenneth Turner. He's running against the current mayor, Mary Ann Whipple-Lue. One of his top priorities is bringing the community back together.
It's been known throughout the area as a town that gets along. It does not have race issues or class issues or other issues. It's been well known for that.
He says that.
That is Mr. Turner's words. Mr. Turner is 100% incorrect. I have reported from Gordon. I have video footage to show that Mr. Turner is really out of touch, out of tune, and definitely out of sequence in terms of what is actually going on in Gordon. We know the truth. The people in Gordon know the truth. But now, with the help of Channel 13, WMAZ has done a terrible, ugly, disgraceful act concerning this upcoming election. And I'm going to say it again. The Secretary of State, Brian P. Kemp, the Attorney General, Sam Olens, the Democratic Party, there should be a statewide investigation concerning what WMAZ has done by publicizing these untruths to the people of the Middle District of Georgia. I'm looking for Senator Lucas and civil rights organizations to step up. Don't just sit, say, and do nothing. because this is not in the best interests of our beloved state and nation. Let's go farther.
That's changed since the last election in 2013. He attributes that to Whipple-Lue's tenure as mayor. She chose not to attend Monday night's forum.
The city is not in a good shape financially, not in a good shape from a morale standpoint and from other issues. And I just wonder if she's just afraid to address those issues.
But after
you can see through my videos, you don't have to be a rocket scientist. You just can be a rocking chair operator. And you can see this mayor asked for a forensic audit to account for the taxpayers' dollars. When I walked the streets and investigated people, Mayor Ann Whipple-Lue and community leaders told her that white people told her, you better get a forensic audit to account for the money because there's a lot of money that is not accounted for. Now, when Bill Basket came down to do his forensic audit, we have it all on video. I don't know where Mr. Turner been at, but I do know where WMAZ been at, and it seems like they are a part of the problem and not even attempting to find a solution. Now, y'all excuse me. Normally I don't talk like this, but this is one of the most blatantest, unrealistic news coverage events that I have ever seen leading up to an election. I'm going to say it again. The National Democratic Party, the G.B.R, and the leaders of those who believe in the Constitution of our beloved nation need to come and investigate what is going on in Gordon, Georgia. And it didn't just happen last week or through this broadcast here. It goes way back to when Mayor Ann Whipple-Lue was the first female mayor of the little town of Gordon with less than 3,000 people. She was the first black female mayor of that city, and she was the first black mayor, period. And there were those in the clique and among the slicks who did not like it, just like they did the Quitman 10+2, where in the state of Georgia, Undersecretary of State Brian P. Kemp brought 12 people up on 119 to 200 charges, only to drop all of them after 4 years, but not before one of those individuals died, a lupus patient, from the stress that was put upon them. It was proven that many of the people lied under oath and did a lot of other degrading and underhanded things, and it's all been documented in the transcript if it has not been altered. And so if you would only call CNN and ask Victor Blackwell why that news media outlet did not come to Gordon or these other 18 to 35 cities and investigate what black elected officials have gone through, but it all have been ignored because the white-owned, white-controlled, and white-dominated news media will not publish and connect the dots so the people in Georgia and other Americans can see that there is racial problems in Gordon, and it has been proven over and over again through videos. It's on YouTube, and I cannot understand how in the world Mr. Turner, running for the office of mayor, could make such a disgraceful statement in the eyes of the voters, in the eyes of the people who have covered my channel with over 1 million views around the world. I don't understand where Mr. Turner been at, but he's running for mayor. Well, the truth must be told, y'all, and somebody got to tell it.
Etheridge was hoping to hear from Mayor Whipple-Lue, but he says her being a no-show speaks volumes.
She's got no interest in the people in general, and apparently just takes everything for granted. And she thinks she has her constituents who elect her, and she's not worried about anybody else.
Well, Mr. Etheridge and others, all they have to do is to go back and look at their actions, look at the Wilkerson County Post editor that seems to be in partnership with the people on the council as documented in videos. All you have to do is watch the judge, the attorneys in a city of Gordon, listeners, the city of Gordon with less than 3,000 people. Joseph Boone, the attorney, the late finance chair, stated, we got it all documented for all the world to see, but WMAZ didn't never publish this. WMAZ didn't publish this. That the finance chair said they had 19 banking accounts, that he did not know how much money was in the accounts. He said he didn't trust Attorney Boone. He said he wanted Attorney Boone gone because he could not trust him. That and this is the truth. But then again, they won't publish this. It is sad, you all. You have sons and daughters that are serving in the armed forces, and yet they are doing this in 2017, not 1817, but in 2017. Let's go a little further, and then I'm going to let you listen to the minutes that I received audio from a council meeting. And then I want you to make up your own decision and see if, after watching that video of the council meeting, then you see if WMAZ is really reporting the cutting-edge news in the city of Gordon.
To Whipple-Lue's house after the forum to give her a chance to respond. It appeared that no one was home, so I gave her a call.
I'm sorry.
She didn't answer. In Gordon, Justin McDuffie, 13 WMAZ Eyewitness News.
Mayor Whipple-Lue has ignored multiple requests from 13 WMAZ for an interview during this campaign season.
Not only that, my beautiful announcer here on WMAZ, you know as well as I do that Mayor Whipple-Lue do not trust you all, because you all seem to be and have put yourself in a compromising position wherein she cannot trust you all. She has stated that. We have video showing that. She just don't trust you all to tell her story. She says that you are biased. This is what she says, and I have it documented on video. And I am George Boston Rhines in Valdosta, Georgia, with the Get To Free Press, a social outlet. And I'm willing to come be interviewed by anybody in the state of Georgia or at the national level with cameras and with supportive clips from videos to support anything that I have said here today and to refute what has been said in WMAZ disgraceful TV program called The News as presented to the voters herein or in the state of Georgia and in the little town of Gordon. And I'm saying to you all, I cannot understand why they're doing this. After all, our sons and our daughters have fought in every war of this nation, and yet, well, I'm going to let you listen to this again. Once again, I just had to show this because you need to know the final analysis of everything that we have seen. I think perhaps, I repeat, I think perhaps Councilman Reese summed it up by saying what he's about to say. Listen.
Yeah, that's exactly what it says, but you can say something. My name is there. But I have not authorized nobody to transfer no money. We don't have to, the one or the other, we do. Well, yeah, but we feel it, I feel it, the ones that transfer it, let them flow. I ain't authorized nobody to transfer, so I'm not authorized nobody to flow. I have a problem with that, but the record shows that you, Mayor Turner, and this Brown were all on that, and anybody that was moved before the end of the year, back in the last 8 to 10 years, when the council voted to move all that money, then we voted as a council as a whole. We certainly did. Okay, I got another problem with this. As a whole, the council voted. But as an individual, make sure the record because that I did not authorize one penny to be transferred to any account.
The councilman said, let it be stated for the record and let it be clear that I did not authorize one penny. I don't think you can get much clearer than that. I do believe that there's a great possibility you who watch this just may have a question for the Middle District of Georgia news media. What has they done on this issue? What about the investigative reporting on this? You're covering an individual, but what about the responsibility of the council? Each council member, somebody took an oath that they would uphold and respect and protect the office that for which they were elected. And I have trouble understanding how an elected official can turn around and sue their own council on an issue. It seems to me that you would work with the people that you're supposed to be serving the people to try to resolve the issues so taxpayers would not have to pay attorney fees or be sued and lose money that belongs to the taxpayers. Now look, that's just a question, that's all. Don't get angry with me, okay? Peace. And if you do, it's all right, because in the end, according to St. John 8:32, ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set and make you free. Bingo. That's it.
We're going to adjourn the court for about 15 minutes, change the seat. As she's been unsuccessful in doing in her civil lawsuit.
too, sir. How you doing? I'm
All right.
Robert Murphy.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Okay.
That was better than a sick call.
Yeah, well,
And then you're gonna just look at me the entire time. Your first and last name, the spelling of it,
Kendall.
and your title. What happened here today? What were we here for?
Well, we were here for an application on a warrant that Ms. Kelly Robertson was seeking with regards to Mayor Lue as a result of a conversation that occurred on September 14th outside of the City Hall annex of the City Board, when Ms. Robertson claimed that the mayor threatened her with a terroristic threat. That's why we were here.
Okay, and what was the outcome?
The outcome was that the judge found her claim to be baseless, that it does not exhibit probable cause for an arrest warrant. I mean, it's clear that this was a fabricated stunt on Mrs. Robinson's part to make this claim, complete with video and all the rest of the drama.
And why do you feel she had motive to do that?
Well, she's got motive like other people in Gordon that simply don't like the mayor. So they make up these incidents. They have not been successful in their attempt to have her removed from office. So they are resorting now to all of these other histrionics that we see played out here today.
Go ahead, Alexis. Sorry.
Okay, what were some of your main defenses for today's?
Well, that she didn't prove her case. There was no evidence whatsoever contained in the videotape that she brought, the two videotapes that she brought to court, that showed that the mayor ever made any threats whatsoever toward her.
Okay.
It's as simple as that.
Anything else you'd like to add?
No, that's it.
I have one question for you. Where do you think this saga will end?
Well, it's going to end when we finally get this case dismissed that her and her cohorts have filed against the mayor seeking to have her removed from office.
Thank you very much. Greetings. This is the Ghetto Free Press, and I'm George Foster Ryan. Today is October 29th, 2014, and we just came from Twiggs County Courthouse, and Mayor Ann Whipple-Lue, the mayor of Gordon, the historic mayor, I may add, for she is the first black mayor of Gordon. She is the first black female of Gordon, and she is the first female, period, of Gordon, Georgia. She just won her case, and we were in the courtroom, and we are going to share what we recorded in that little small city, and we also will say to you at this juncture that in coming out of the courtroom, local TV station was there, and of course the plaintiff was asked for an interview from that TV station, and of course being a member of the press, as in all other TV stations normally does, but she said that if I was going to record, that she would not consent to an interview. And of course I think the TV station said we'll get one later. So I guess that means they will go to another location possibly and do an interview, and that's just fine with me. Once again, you who know me since 1975, now let's get ready for truth and let God, because in the end, right, truth and God gonna win anyway. As it is written, so shall it be done. The Ghetto Free Press. Get ready, get ready, get ready.
I know.
Mayor, before you start, I want to object to the notice for the call
Excuse
meeting.
me.
Because it
Excuse
was
me.
not a
Excuse
location
me.
noted of the call meeting, and I
Excuse
consider
me,
this a
this is
special
a-
meeting, and I want that on the
you-
record tomorrow.
City of Gordon, call meeting, council agenda.
Mayor, if there's not a quorum, you cannot open the meeting.
Excuse me.
I want that on the record too
This
tomorrow.
is not a call meeting.
That's what it says. You notify everybody that it's a call meeting, Mayor.
The mere fact of the matter is that it was a call meeting, but due to the fact, we've just started, and it takes 4 to make a quorum.
That's true.
So if 4 are not here present, then it cannot be called, we cannot hold a meeting.
That's correct.
But, and we don't need response from the audience. It would be nice if everybody would just, sit and be attentive as adults are. So because of it not being we cannot have a quorum, the simple fact would be that we were here to discuss the situation with the water. And,
It's not a meeting.
this is not a meeting, so you can excuse yourself. And this discussion is very critical because it demands our most urgent attention and action. And we have until the 10th of April to comply with EPA's regulation.
What's gonna happen? So,
Council,
there's no
Whipple has
council
done a
here,
great
Mayor.
job
There's no council here, Mayor, it's not a quorum. You cannot call it
G.B.
a council. This is not a meeting.
It's just a public talking, that's all it is.
Exactly.
Yeah, just
Thank
no
you.
discussion. no.
Thank you, Chief.
Mayor, how you doing today?
Oh, I'm wonderful. And yourself?
I'm outstanding. I'm outstanding. What I would like to do, Mayor, is that I was outraged. I received a call from a citizen in Gordon, and they told me what had what the TV station had said. And so, are you still with me?
Yes.
Okay, so can you tell me, they played off in terms of why you was not at this meeting that was at the political forum. So just tell me what happened that I may not know about, and what the people will not know because they are going to believe what the TV station said. Just tell us your story.
Well, George, thank you for allowing me this opportunity to respond to that question. What happened on the evening yesterday regarding that forum, I received an email from Donna Asbell, who is the Gordon Better Hometown manager, requesting that a candidate forum for all the candidates for October 30th, 2017. And I received that email from her on October 11th, 2017 at 6:18 p.m. and stating that they would be inviting all the candidates to participate in that forum. Well, I kind of responded to her on October 17th saying, "Good morning, Donna. Thank you for inviting me to the candidate forum. Unfortunately, and due to a prior commitment, I will not be able to attend." Well, as you know, in the TV stated, Channel 13, that they tried to reach me and could not reach me. And as I stated, they were never told that I responded to her email stating that I would not be available and that I had a prior commitment on that date. The news media nor others concerned were never told this, George.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Well, why do you think they would deliberately do this, Mayor?
Intentionally to defame my character.
Well, what I
as usual, I mean, this has been ongoing, as you stated in your, in the conversation just a few minutes ago. This has all been pre-planned ever since the request for the council voted to have a forensic audit done. All hell on the other side of heaven broke loose.
Mayor, why do you think, I think it was the same people that they interviewed on that TV station, are they not the people who have fought you from step one? Can you explain a little bit on what has Mayor Pro Tem Terry Edith done, and what has Etheridge done? Give me a little synopsis on all those people that I saw tonight on Channel 13 TV station. Undoubtedly, Channel 13 just don't understand what's been going on.
I'm sure they've been watching it as well, George, but to be blindsided, I can't say that they are because all of this is out there. You've placed it on the website, and even though the blind man may not can see, but at least he can hear it enough to know that there's enough information out there. This is nothing no more than that group of the concerned citizens.
Okay, so I see you a conservative in not criticizing anyone, and I appreciate that. I really do, Madam Mayor. But I will say that Terry Edie, I have it documented on video, his opposition to you. I have Councilman Densley in opposition to you. I have Wynn in opposition to you. I have a former one who was there. I can't think of his name now. All those were against you. And the people on the street speak about the Gordon Coalition. And they say it's a group of people who fought you at every level. And that's what I saw on Channel 13 WMAZ TV station. And to me, for a news media to put that type of information out to the general public right before an election is cause and concern for, in my most humble opinion, who have covered 18 to 35 cities in the state of Georgia with likewise problem that has gone unaddressed, need to call the Secretary of State, Brian P. Kemp, that's dealing with the Board of Elections, as well as the governor of the state of Georgia, as well as Attorney General Sam Olens, to look into what has been going on in Gordon, because this very well could, Mayor, be a deciding factor in your mayoral race. And I just believe that somebody may need to call for some assistance from state level, if not the federal government.
Absolutely. I I'm in total agreement. And as you know, the media itself, all of the local stations here, I will call their names, Channel 24, Channel 41, Channel 13. They've been very biased since the beginnings.
Now, Mayor, in Channel 13 article, somebody called me for Gordon. Madam Mayor, you didn't call me, did you, tonight? Not concerning this issue, did you?
No, I did not.
Somebody called me from Gordon, and they said to me, go to that TV station and George and watch how they lied on that TV station. And that's what I did. And when I got that call from the individual, I sat there and I watched it. I even, I'm going to play it next, in fact. I made comments in that video. I stopped it and I paused it, even about your opposition, Mr. Turner, which I'm not, I can't vote there in your city, no way, but I can report the truth over a falsehood for reasons unknown to me. And so, Madam,
that's what you've done always. You've always, and as a matter of fact, we have, and I can say we, because you are the free press, and with what you've always reported was always the truth and accuracy. And had it not been for you, the folk would not have known the truth. The truth may not have very well been told.
Okay, now, Mayor, my question that I wanted to ask you was this, because they made a big issue out of this. They went, Channel 13 reporter went to, I think that was the entranceway to your property, and on the phone with the cameras rolling, said that they had tried to call you, but you did not answer, and he had the answer machine. Did you not give me a complete interview years ago, because you stated that you did not trust the news media to report your story, and that's why you consented to a full interview, the first one I think you ever done with anybody, because you didn't trust the local news media. Why?
I still don't. I still don't.
Why not?
The tide has not changed. If you do things the same way, I've always been told you'll get the same result. And the state TV stations have not changed. As a matter of fact, George, and I know you didn't ask me, but I personally called Channel 13, asked them to come down and, do a report about what they were doing to my political signs here. I mean, each sign being, 3 of them, George, being size 4 by 8, taken. It looks like someone used a knife, a switchblade, lock knife, I'm sorry, to slash it. And that was after the storm, Hurricane Irma.
Mm-hmm.
And then that didn't set well with them. They went back and took whatever they did and cut it out, everything out of the middle. So had that been a storm that would have struck those posters, it would have knocked the signs down and left some type of debris. But they defaced the signs, and here in the city of Gordon, one of my signs has been taken over to one of the, she's employed for the Postal Service. And she brought a lawsuit against me stating that I threatened her back in, I believe, 2015, and that's Kelly Robinson. I will call her name. Well, over in her parents' yard is one of my signs, been defaced, drawn with the black paint and spray painted with a line drawn through it, saying no for Mary Whipple-Lue. And I went to the police department and filed a complaint to my chief of police. And he tells me that maybe somebody just gave it to her, and they have no way of knowing. But regardless, no one has the right to take someone's sign and deface it or sabotage it in any way.
Madam Mayor, Madam Mayor, are you telling me that you brought that up to the news media and they did not do anything?
Absolutely. The general manager said that was not newsworthy.
Not newsworthy. Okay, well,
only interested in the forum. Channel 13 said that they were only interested in the forum that was going to take place.
Well, Madam Mayor, once again, because I like for people to be very clear on the point that I try to make. I want you to explain this because I have listened to, I received an audio copy of the council meeting for October the 16th, and I was getting ready to post it tonight until I received the phone call from somebody that lives in Gordon, and I stopped to listen to Channel 13 news. And so I decided to hold off on that, but it will be posted in a couple of days. But right now, I got to report this interview that we are doing to the general public, along with Channel 13, in my most humble opinion, disgraceful and inaccurate report. I have never, I'm covering 18 to 35 cities, and I have to admit that that is the most one-sided television broadcast I ever seen in my life, and especially as in dealing with journalism.
Absolutely.
So, in conclusion, Mayor, how's your campaign going so far as you see it?
Well, it's going great. I'm out meeting the people. The people are excited about, for the first time voters. We've got people doing early voting and doing absentee ballots.
Well, how's the turnout?
Well, I've been keeping contact.
So, Madam Mayor.
Yes.
As I watched the TV station, Channel 13, your candidate, your opposition said that Gordon did not have any racial problems. Everybody got along fine until you took office, it seemed like. I don't want you to get in no controversy, but have you not encountered a lot of racial issues that also your husband, the late Mr. Lue, talked about and addressed, and we have it on video?
Absolutely.
Okay, so that is something that maybe he's not aware of either, but we have it all documented, and I'm willing to, as I said on my video that I'm going to post tonight, that I'm willing to sit down with Channel 13 or the Atlanta Journal and Constitution or WSB out of Atlanta or CNN or MSNBC, if they would like to interview me to prove that a lot of the information that was given tonight could very well persuade people to do something that is not based on facts.
Absolutely.
Okay, so now there in Gordon, how is the budget is sitting with you all there in the city right now? How are your finances?
Well, George, we're not broke.
You're not
As
broke.
a matter of fact, the auditors had said that we had plenty of liquid that we could use, but the same old soup warmed over is that now we're in a crisis. We're 400, I believe, $1,000 over spending. And with all of that being said, we're having to do major cuts. Once more again, this is to reflect as being negative towards me. And to make me look bad, with the water situation, we had one of the council members, Councilman, I'll call his name, Councilman Edie, to come and recommend to the council that we should go up on the increase the millage rate, in which we know throughout the state of the other municipalities are going up too. But with that being said, we just raised increased the garbage now with the millage, and now he's talking about increasing water rates. Well, people with fixed incomes can't take too much of an increase if your income is fixed and you're not having the monies come in. And now, with that being said, we have not overspent because we've not done that. I can say, when I say we, I'm talking about council members. As far as the training, we've only attended 2 mandatory trainings. So, well, that was enough money budgeted for that. And with the, what shall I say, call them the unnecessary lawsuits and paying 2 attorneys when the charter only states 1 attorney, not a law firm. We've got a law firm we're paying, and they all show up at the meetings. Regardless of me show and get paid
Madam Mayor.
unnecessarily.
Madam Mayor, I have addressed that in the video that I'm going to put up tomorrow concerning the October 16th meeting. But my question is, how many people in Gordon? Because here in Valdosta, we have over 51,000 people. And I've never seen, since 1975, I have never seen more than one attorney. But when I go to Gordon, I see 2 paid attorneys, plus, I guess, a paralegal or another lady. So 3 people at every meeting that the city taxpayers have to pay. Do you know how much Attorney Boone or that law firm have been given per year?
Well, you know, in the budget we allocate $5,000. Well, George, I must say that they, I believe, last year, if my memory serves me right, with the lawsuits unnecessary, they raked up about nearly $80,000.
80,000. Okay. Okay.
Somewhere in that proximity, if not close to it.
Okay. Okay. And so that had impact on the budget as well, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And then, not long before that, well, we had the media, the Workers Accountability, Judy Bailey, didn't go to court and received $45,000.
Wait a minute now. You mean didn't go to court, or was there any papers filed in the court? There never was any paper filed in the courts, was it?
Never filed in the court. The council agreed to pay her. She asked the officers to arrest her and then turn around and filed a lawsuit and gained $45,000.
At taxpayers' expense.
Voted to give her $45,000.
At taxpayers' expense.
At taxpayers' expense.
Was anybody what did anybody see that she repeatedly kept disrupting meetings that didn't have no impact on the reward of that money? Because we got video showing that she caused more disturbances. Am I right?
Absolutely, you're absolutely right.
But yet she was rewarded by
rewarded for coming in, disrupting the meeting. Not only her, a few of the concerned citizens. I mean, never in the history of, and they want to make it all that it's the mayor's fault.
Madam Mayor.
Yes.
Did you not experience a room full of signs against you during council meetings? Since you've been there in Gordon, have you ever seen any other mayor to get the number of negative signs and etc. that you have endured since you became mayor?
Never.
Did the TV stations or radio stations, was they fair in getting that word out to the general public, like Channel 13? Did they publish that?
No, absolutely no. George, to be ridiculed, to be, just tortured. No one should ever have had to endure such dastardly disrespectfulness such as we've experienced. And it was all geared toward my being voted in as the first mayor and female.
Okay.
And a minority.
Okay. Well, Madam Mayor, I'm going to close this. I really, when I got the call from Gordon, I haven't been to Gordon in a good while. I was there a few weeks ago, but I did not come through to record the meeting. I was in a hurry. Looked like I'm going to have to return to Gordon. It's just so sad. I'm covering so many cities. You know, Miss Olivia Coley Pearson up there in Douglas, Georgia. I'm with her. She got to be in the courtroom next week. I've been up there the week before last with her. And I'm trying to cover all these areas that these black elected officials are under attack. You're not the only one, Mayor. I have tried.
Absolutely, and I understand that, George, and you know I know that, and we're so grateful and most gracious to you for such a time as this that you were there to present the truth. And to make a statement to that, the present governor himself has made a visit to Gordon, Governor Nathan Deal.
Yes.
They thought that he was coming to remove me. Well, the governor came to Gordon, but at the time, anytime a political figure comes into anyone's city, the mayor needs to be made aware. Well, I was made aware when he would be exiting, but never at the time that he would present. And so I said, in order to exit something, you have to have been there. And so my chief of police and anybody who had knowledge kept that information away from me. But nevertheless, I was able to be there and witness Governor Nathan Deal being making his entrance into the city, and had the pleasure of having dialogue with him.
So you.
So with that being said, all information that's pertinent for me and to me has not been presented since being in this position as mayor. I've not been afforded the opportunity to with the transition that should have been given me.
Well, Madam Mayor, first of all, is there any type of continuity folder in the city of Gordon that when you took office would tell you what to do as a guideline in the city of mayor? A lot of cities have what they call a continuity folder for the mayor or any office like that, so there will be no lapse in the information that have been preserved and perfected.
Absolutely, I'm sure there were, but that was withheld. The clerk deliberately, intentionally, and still does withhold information.
Do you actually?
And the moment she's exposed, well, she goes to the EOC and files a harassment complaint, and EOC paid them early on in 14 and 15 twice of bogus charges, lies that were not true.
What?
They were placed in a hostile environment, and with the recordings and everything that you presented, with the videos and such, it was me, in retrospect, being mistreated.
So, Madam Mayor, short form, how many times, I wish you would have, how many times have you been taken to court since you took office, if you can explain it?
To say, numerically, to give a figure, I would say around 8 times.
And yet, you still in office, though?
I'm still in office.
You was accused, you was accused outside of the building there. What, did they find you guilty on any of those? I mean, what happened on some of the cases, short form?
Absolutely. For each court case that was brought against me, and I was always cleared.
But do you?
There was no evidence.
Yeah, but do you?
Substantiate any of these.
Yes, but do you think that Channel 13 and other news media outlet was fair in the way they reported the findings from the courts? And what about the Wilkinson County Post, the local paper there in Gordon? Did you think that they was fair in publicized to keep the voters informed, or do you think they possibly could have a misconception of what you is all about and what the outcome of the court cases were?
The news media never gave accurate reports of any findings of what. It was with a statement, perhaps, maybe, but nothing was ever presented in such a way that it would give me a good report, except with the get-to press.
Madam Mayor,
none other than George Boston Wines.
Okay, Madam Mayor, I appreciate what you have said tonight. Like I said, I haven't talked to you in a long time. I mean, months I haven't talked to you, but like I said, I got a call tonight, and when I got the call, I was already working on a video from that October 16th meeting, just the audio that I received, and I was going to post it tonight, but I'm going to stay up probably another 5 hours to try to get this up, because I do want the people to have the right information, because it's sad.
People need to know.
Yeah.
They need to know the truth.
Well, especially when they're going inside that voting booth to vote. They don't need any untruths to base their vote on. That's what make our republic such an outstanding nation comparison to other nations, because we believe in every citizen having a right to vote. After our First Amendment, to have freedom of the press, and freedom of speech, and freedom of religion, and these things are very important, and it is what distinguishes us as a nation. And when I see news media networks and newspapers refuse to publish the truth, as a retired military veteran of 21 years during the Vietnam era veteran, I just find that very distasteful. Mayor, I will ask you to close in your own words and let me get to work.
Well, George, thank you so much for taking my side of the story.
Madam Mayor,
the rest of the truth.
Madam Mayor.
Now, one thing I can attest to is that necessarily, I don't agree with always with the president, sitting president Trump. But one thing I can validate that I can agree with him and attest that the media is not my friend. Not certain media, TV, that includes 24, 41, and 13, Channel 13. But I can say with the Get To Free Press with George Boston Wines, it's been nothing but truth.
Well, Madam Mayor, you made a statement that I got to question you again on, because you say you thank me for getting your side of the story. I don't intend to get your side of the story. I intend to get the truth from you.
When I say about that, I mean truth.
Yeah, that's what I want, because I'm not getting your side of the story. I try to come straight down center.
Reflecting the truth.
Okay, and the things that I speak on in this video and all other videos, if I cannot back them up by facts of video that took place at public meetings, not by what I said, but what citizens said, that's what I put my teeth in, because it's what the people say. And I will say again to Channel 13 and all the news media in the Middle District of Georgia, and I'm going to be honest, I know the code of ethics among the Associated Press, but when it comes to blatant untruths, I have to speak up against them. And I will consent to an interview from any TV station or any radio station. My number is area code 229-251-8645, and that's Boston G.B.R. At gmail.com. And I'm asking you to call me, and I will sit down. We will dialogue. I will come to where you at. You come where I am. And let's get the truth out, because Jesus said in St. John 8:32, and ye shall know the truth, and that the truth will set you free. And if we do not speak truth, you may win an election, but in the end, you're going to lose.
Absolutely.
Have a nice day, Mayor.
Thank you.
Thank you. Peace.
God bless.
God bless.
City Council and Mayor Gordon had a chance to sound off to voters at a forum Monday night. Justin McDuffie tells us one person many wanted to hear from, however, was a no-show.
I went to Whipple-Lue's house after the forum to give her a chance to respond. It appeared that no one was home, so I gave her a call.
I'm sorry.
She didn't answer. In Gordon, Justin McDuffie, 13 WMAZ Eyewitness News.
Mayor Whipple-Lue has ignored multiple requests from 13 WMAZ for an interview during this campaign season.
On behalf of the Get To Free Press, I want to thank you for watching. Behold how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. For it is like the precious ointment upon the head that ran down upon the beard, even Aaron's beard, as the dew of Hermon, and as the dew that descended upon the mountains of Zion. For there the Lord commanded the blessings, even life forevermore. Please remember, my good people, that when truth comes into the minds of those that seek truth, then all falsehood must vanish. And falsehood is forever a vanishing thing. So my brothers and sisters, if you enjoyed today's broadcast, we invite you to click the like button and to share this with your friends, family members, and if necessary, your enemies. But in the end, truth, right, and justice will win without exception. Bye-bye. We go.